make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see the number 24 team in the country, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Wolverines will kick it away first. He'll bring it out. It's Jones. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. And off to Jones. Good blocking up front. Great job following it. He's got 6 to the 18. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast. Win our conference. Well, this is step one. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference play. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, their players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Throws for the tight end. It's caught downfield. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
And I tell you what, when you drop back and you know you got that slot work in the middle of the field and you know how fast he is, you just wait for him to come open, throw that strike, and you know he'll take care of the rest. Nice throw, nice catch.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. With the catch, it's Jones. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
The Badgers are on the move. Rides the back on the option to give. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires toward the target. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the Badgers will try to pin them back with the punt.
You just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first 3rd down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you can regroup, because this environment is hostile.
Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Hansen. He gets across the 20-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 23.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
That last completion sets him up on second down. They'll send the back in motion. Hand off from the shotgun. Oh, he's got some space. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Inside the big house, they have those big condominiums down there on the field paving the way for the running backs.
Big, huge condominiums, and every year it's a little bit different of how they wear their uniforms and how they fit their uniforms, but the style, always the same. Line up, hit you right in the mouth. That's who Michigan is.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Nice complementary football we're seeing from this team here early. Defense did their job in the opening drive, and now your offense is doing their job too. Really nice throw that time by the quarterback. You've got to love what you're seeing on both sides of the ball if you're this team's head coach.
To the air on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Hansen. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
The Wolverines with the 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. The give to the tailback. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. Caught behind the line. It's Suggs. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
I love the defense's approach on this drive. They didn't panic. They gave up some yards, but what did they do? They forced a 3rd down, a predictable situation, played great discipline, broke on the football, and forced a big interception.
Wants to throw on first down. Snagged out of the air. At the 45 on his way. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
From the gun, running back gets to give. They'll knock him down behind the line, and that's how we'll end this quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. The Badgers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. second down, they'll go to the air. Got it set up on the outside. Turning it on. He'll go out of bounds, and he steps out right at the 8-yard line, and this offense is in business.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They picked up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next third down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
A third and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Wisconsin. First score of the game goes up. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, rivalry game in the SEC. Of course, that's almost redundant in that league, but check this out. Georgia looked dominant on the way to victory today. That offense had zero problem putting up points, and the defense almost resembled the days of Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, and Nakobe Dean. Always interesting to see good SEC teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Out of the gun to give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's March. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. The offense changing the play. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the grab. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Slant routes. They're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Inside the 45. Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
The Wolverines have their offense in high gear. Looking to throw on first down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Going to try to get it himself. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Taylor. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
They're down to the 20. 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. He's got the tight end. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Michigan.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The handoff as they run the counter play here. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wideout. With jet sweep pass. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. They go to the ground. Picks up the first down, still moving. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Whatever the fastest tempo they have is, that's what they'll use. Looking to throw on first down. Here's a heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Gonna take a shot. And he makes the catch inside the 15. The freshman brought down after bringing that one in.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. And the Badgers will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. Here he goes breaking the pocket. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Badgers.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He's got him. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And the Wolverines are in the hurry-up. Gets the back moving. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Trying to beat the D deep. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody in the back end expecting throw. And that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
And the returner will be brought down. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Under fire. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Badgers will kick it off to start the 2nd half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So here comes the Michigan offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the 2nd half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the 2nd half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Sykes. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's down to the 37-yard line, and that's where he goes out of bounds.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
They'll run it to the gun. He is going nowhere. Stuck at the line of scrimmage.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on 1st down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
The Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Well, 3rd down, they tried to run the football thinking they could catch the defense off guard. They were able to get some yards, not the first, though. So now you've got 4th and very short, and what do the analytics say to do here, head coach?
They'd be looking at a 53-yard field goal from here. Instead, they'll try to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab past the marker. There he goes. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down conversion.
Flushed out of the pocket. Bought a little time, lets it go. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Really good job by the defense, understanding the quarterback got outside the pocket. Now I got to understand where he's at. Now the middle of the field starts to come towards where he's scrambling. The other side of the field comes to the middle of the field. Great job by the defense, understanding the quarterback was pressed outside the pocket.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Pressure coming. Caught in the backfield, it's Taylor. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Looking to throw again. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. It is good. That'll bring him to within 4. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Boston College is on top, but it's not like Matt Ryan or Doug Flutie are playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by just 1 over Army. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And off to Jones. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
Give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. Lost to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. They'll leave it with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Trying play action. Quickly to the tight end. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. He goes out of bounds across the 25. Mark it at the 24. In this defense, its head is spinning. And the Badgers are flying down the field. They'll try the run. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
To the air on 2nd down. Rushes on him. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
Under fire. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
And this one is perfect. The lead now 7 here in the 3rd quarter.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he's going to bring it out. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Quarterback may change this route. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Here's the pressure. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Here comes the heat. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. He's run out of bounds after the interception, and the turnover will set them up when we start the 4th quarter. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. They go back to work with a 1st down in the final period of this one. Looking downfield on first down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Working well behind the sticks on second down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. Third down, and these fans trying to make it impossible to communicate. From the gun, wants to pass. Good timing on the quick out. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points, they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
You know, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for loss.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. Big fella moving. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces third and goal. They're trying to slam it in. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned it. Disaster.
Third and goal, the offense still trying to run the football here, and how about the individual effort up front by this defender, getting penetration, now setting up fourth down.
So they've got the lead. They can make it a 2-score game with a chip shot field goal, but instead, the offense is out there on fourth down. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Wisconsin. Other scores from around the country. Slippery Rock, 27. Bloomberg University, 7.
And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And it slips just inside that right upright. And that lead grows even bigger.
That's a big drive for this offense in the fourth quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He's not going to make it to the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 17. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. And the Wolverines will hustle to the line. To the air, it's Underwood. Trying to burn this defensive back. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Oh, he's got a chance. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play. They'll throw on 3rd and short. He's looking deep. Makes the catch. They will score. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. East Carolina is lighting up the scoreboard behind an offense that looks just about as good as we've ever seen in Greenville. They're up by 18 over Navy. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Still looking on the move. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And the QB leaves the pocket and he scrambles out. He goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football. But the relentless chase, I love it. Get to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. On the move, he fires. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Oh, that is a throw that is just going to haunt this quarterback. He had his target wide open, running deep. That should be a touchdown, but the QB overthrew him. That is going to haunt this quarterback tonight.
The Badgers will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute. Turning it on! Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
Big play like that to open a drive just builds the confidence. Now 1st down from the 46. They'll ride the hot hand. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They'll give it to the back. Past the first down marker and still running. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
I love the play called running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
Got room to work. Oh, he found a space on the touchdown, Michigan. And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. To go back to work. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Working that left side now. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Looking to scramble. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Almost had the completion. Just missed it.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion now setting up third down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. They're setting up the screen. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
The quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
They just keep firing. Fires to the big fella. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Looking to throw on first down. Keeps looking downfield. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
Well, it's the fourth quarter, and you got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked off.
Off play action. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
And obviously that wasn't a great play for this offense, but the defense did their job. They flushed him outside the pocket. But nothing worse than getting tackled in bounds or throwing it for a 4-yard gain, letting that clock tick. Nice job throwing it away, saving as much time as you can.
Bringing the heat. And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? And the offense will maintain possession. Son, that ball must be riveted to your ribcage. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Badgers will line it up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
And back to the air on 2nd down. Now he's going to break the pocket. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and the defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and create.
Unleashes one deep. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
And if you're the defense right now, you've given up some yards on this drive, but you've got a possession lead. You just need one more stop after that last incompletion setting up 4th down. Do you blitz? Do you try to speed up the QB? Let's find out and watch.
Time is their enemy. It's running out on them. Down 4. They'll go for it on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. His man, it'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And this offense does not come up big. Man, you needed that 1st down. And listen, the communication with this offense and the execution has left a little bit to be desired, and especially in a big moment right here when you had to have a score and you had to have the 4th down conversion.